Federal government files 20-count fresh charge against suspended CBN Governor Emefiele. Gunman attacks school, kills 2 teachers, injures vice principal in Plateau State. Central Bank of Nigeria says measures are being put in place to stabilize Naira in the next few days. On the foreign scene, 5 dead as boat carrying refugees sinks off Tunisia. These are the headlines on Trust News Update. I am Ayuba Ila. Thanks for joining. And now the details. The federal government has applied to withdraw the illegal possession of firearms charge it filed against suspended Central Bank of Nigeria Governor Godwin Emefiele at the Federal High Court in Lagos. The judge had on July 25 admitted Emefiele to a 20 million naira bail on a 2-count charge of illegal possession of firearms and ammunition and ordered his remand at the Ikoyi Correctional Center pending the fulfillment of his bail conditions. But the Department of State Services rearrested him after a clash with prison officials. On Tuesday, Director of Public Prosecutions at the Federal Ministry of Justice, Mohammed Bakodo Abubakar, told Justice Nicholas Webo that the fresh application followed the result of further investigations. But Defense Counsel Joseph Daudu opposed him, arguing that because the government was in disobedience of the court's order granting Emefiele bail, its application could not be taken. Speaking with journalists after the day's proceedings, Abubakar said that the fresh charges were filed at the Federal Capital Territory High Court. On June 9, Tinubu had suspended Emefiele and ordered investigation into some allegations leveled against him. Tinubu later appointed a special investigator to probe CBN. Amid this probe, the Apex Bank released its audited financial statement, which showed that it is owing JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs a combined sum of $7.5 billion as of the financial year ended December 2022. Bandits have wreaked havoc in the Chukuba ward of Shiroro local government area of Niger State and killed 21 soldiers in the state. The bandits were said to have ambushed and killed 21 soldiers along the Zungeru-Tegina road in the Madaka ward of Rafi local government area of the state. The criminals were also said to have brought down a Nigerian Air Force fighter helicopter on Monday morning in the area and killed the pilot. Confirming the incident, the senator representing Niger East Senatorial District, Sani Musa, lamented the situation, describing it as highly unfortunate. He called on the federal government to dispatch all its military and security arsenals to the troubled areas to save innocent lives and their property. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Air Force, in a statement on Monday, confirmed that one of its aircraft crashed in Niger State. The Air Force said that the aircraft was on a casualty evacuation mission when the crash happened. The statement said that the aircraft departed Zungeru Primary School en route to Kaduna, but was later discovered to have crashed in a village in Shiroro local government area of Niger State. Gunmen have killed 2 secondary school teachers and injured vice principal of Beko Comprehensive High School in Kui community of Riom local government area of Plateau State. The deceased, Ruang Danladi and Sandra Ruang Danladi, were a couple who recently got married. The spokesperson of Birom Youth's Molder Association, Ruang Tengwong, who confirmed the incident on Tuesday, said that the victims were killed on Monday when the staff of the school were holding meeting in preparation to a speech and prize giving day scheduled to hold on Friday. The group accused Fulani herders of killing the teachers, explaining that the herders opened fire on the staff of the school when they were asked to leave the school compound while the meeting was going on. But the state chairman of Gang Allah Fulani Development Association, Garba Abdullahi, denied the allegation, saying that the killing was not carried out by Fulani herders. Garba said that herders were not grazing around the said school. He calls on the security to investigate the matter and fish out the perpetrators of the act. The spokesperson of the State Police Command, DSP Alabo Alfred, is yet to respond to the inquiry on the matter by our correspondent. The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taoreed Lagbaja, on Monday commissioned a multi-million naira permanent site of the 8th Division headquarters of the Nigerian Army in Sokoto. Speaking at the occasion, Lagbaja said that providing the edifice became necessary, as it is only when troops work under a conducive environment that they will give their best when deployed to the field for any operations. He explained that the Nigerian Army is transforming to meet its constitutional responsibilities, adding that the Army is expanding its order of battle to convert complex unadapting threat being experienced across the country. General Lagbaja assured the people of Sokoto, Zamfara, Kebbi and beyond of adequate security, as according to him, soldiers were charged and motivated to give their best in converting the security challenges confronting the nation.
Expanding its order of battle to combat the complex and adaptive threats that we're experiencing across the country. And it is in that guise that 8th Division was established some years back here in Sokoto. And since its establishment, 8th Division has witnessed some infrastructural development. And what we have just commissioned this afternoon, the headquarters 8th Division complex, is part of the necessary infrastructure to provide a conducive work environment for the officers, soldiers, and the civilian staff of the headquarters 8th Division.
Definitely, we are not unmindful of the saying that to whom much is given, much is expected. For giving us this uniquely built infrastructure, sir, we will make sure we turn our nights into daytime to work assiduously to justify why we are occupying this particular building.
Police in Osun State have arrested suspected armed robbers who snatched a car from a woman. The police recovered the car from the suspect in Port Harcourt, Rivers State. Hamid Oyegbade reports.
According to the Osun State Police Command, the suspect, John Mike, and his gang members robbed a woman in Ilesha and snatched her car. The suspect took the car to Rivers State, where he was using it as his private car. Police detectives traced the car to Rivers State, recovered it and arrested the suspect and his gang members. But Mike claimed that he bought the car without knowing that it was a stolen vehicle.
I mean that there's some guy that have Corolla, and me I need Corolla to drive as my own private. I want to buy a Corolla. When they now called me, I said what type of Corolla, and they said the details to me. They said the details 004, and I came down to Osun State. And they said the picture through WhatsApp to me, and I checked, we negotiate on price. So when I came down to the Osun State to buy the vehicle from them, and I travel with the custom paper, with everything, is with the car. When I said the vehicle, I paid them their money and I drive the vehicle away. Even the custom paper that I used to drive it to my destination, be it Port Harcourt. So it's later on, the same people now called me that I should come to Osun. I said, what happened? They said they want to see me. When I'm on my way getting to Osun, I got arrested. And now let me know that the vehicle was stolen from somebody, I don't know. So that's why I'm here since that time.
The command advised youths in the state to shun criminal tendencies and strive to earn legitimate income.
We have a lot of youths out there that are doing things that are normal, that are doing lawful jobs, that are, creating things for themselves, and they are making it from there. They should shun everything that is evil or that is unlawful, because we are determined as a command, as a police command, that we are going to rid this command of all these criminal elements.
The Commissioner of Police in the state, Kehinde Longe, said his men have resolved that there will be no hidden place for criminals in the state. Hamid Oyegbade, Trust TV News, Osogbo.
Acting Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Folashodun Shonubi, says that the fall of the naira in the foreign exchange market is not driven by pure economic demand and supply, but by speculative demand from the people. He spoke on Monday at the State House in Abuja after meeting with President Bola Tinubu, who expressed concern over the situation in the foreign exchange market. Kehinde Amodu reports.
The value of the naira has been driven down by scarcity of the dollar in an economy in which most receipts are valued in dollars. It would seem that the strategy to unify the foreign exchange market has not been entirely successful.
And one of the things we discussed were what could be done to stabilize and what could be done to improve the liquidity in the market and also the goings-on in the various other markets, including the parallel market. He is concerned about its impact on the average person, since unfortunately a lot of activities that we do, which are purely local, are still referenced to exchange rates in the parallel market.
There's already a looming danger that fuel prices may go up again, with landing costs going up by 37% as a result of the falling value of the naira. President Tinubu is very concerned because of the negative effect on the tottering economy, which is impacting even more negatively on Nigerians who have been stretched to breaking point. The acting governor of the CBN is, however, giving assurances that the Apex Bank is working on some strategies that will be felt by all in the next few days.
Well, my presence here is more about the concerns the president has and his need to know that we are doing something about it, assurances of which I have given him totally. So I hope this helps. We're looking at it and we're doing things which will significantly impact the market in a few days' time, and we will all see it.
He's also warning speculators to desist from their actions.
Some of the plans and strategies which I'm not at liberty to share with you means sooner rather than later, the speculators should be careful, because we believe the things we're doing, when they come to fruition, may result in significant losses to them.
The CBN hopes to create, at the end of the day, an environment that operates at a level that is more efficient and very reasonable. He's also hoping that the strategies will ensure that the market does not have a negative impact on the lives of the average person. Most Nigerians will agree that it is a destination that needs to be arrived at as soon as possible. From State House Abuja, Kehinde Amodu, Trust TV News.
The Nigerian Labour Congress, NLC, has threatened to shut down the country over speculations that the price of premium motor spirit, popularly known as petrol, could rise again. Emerging reports added that the Trade Union Congress has joined the NLC in protesting against the new plant fuel hike price. This was made known at a meeting in Abuja, where the NLC President Joe Ajero described the move as illegal. Earlier, the National Public Relations Officer, Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, IPMAN, Chief Chinedu Okadike, explained that the price of petrol was now driven by the fluctuations in forex, hence Nigerians should expect a hike soon. You're watching the news update on Trust TV. Coming up shortly, we take a look at how dilapidated roads affect drivers and commuters in Gombe. Details and more after the break.
Hello and welcome to Book Review on Trust TV, where we talk to African and international authors.
You'll see if you're reading a Chinua Achebe book, you can almost hear the Igbo behind the English.
From memory, I was able to come up with that. Of course, I also had to do research. You know, I tried to tie it to colonial era. I wanted to show the impact they had in on the Fulani culture when they came.
Teacher librarians are those who are librarians, but they also teach. They teach the use of library, the use of books. Because if you don't teach, these children, make it part of them, they will not be in love with it. And then you have to select, the kind of book that would encourage them to read.
Welcome back. You're watching the news update on Trust TV. Here's a look at the top stories. Bandits kill 20 soldiers as Nigerian Air Force aircraft crashes in Niger State. Gunmen attack school, kills 2 teachers, injures vice principal in Plateau State. The Group Chief Executive Officer of Media Trust Group, owners of Trust Television, Munir Gwarzo, has charged staff of the TV station to be more dedicated to their duties in order to enable the station achieve its objective of documenting and telling the Nigerian story in a unique way. Gwarzo gave the charge at the 2nd year anniversary of Trust TV, while commending staff for raising the TV station to an award-winning one in barely 2 years. Gwarzo assured viewers of quality programming that satisfies the broadcasting needs of a contemporary audience. The station began full operation on the 14th of August 2021. Trust Television can be watched on StarTimes Channel 164, Nicomsat, Arabsat, Lamex World TV, Free TV, Moplex 715, Avo TV, as well as on major social media platforms.
Let me congratulate, first and foremost, each and every one of you, Ibrahim and all of you. You are the guys doing the work. We are the ones providing prayers and what have you. Certainly the TV has moved beyond what it used to be a year ago. Some of you may recall that my prayer when we met last year was that in the next 3 to 5 years, at least before the end of my tenure, which I have just 2 more years, Trust TV should be among the top 3 TV stations in the country. That's my prayer. I've seen a lot of improvement on the news aspect. You know, I pay a lot of attention in watching the news when you are there. It's not an easy task. It's not an easy journey. As I told Ibrahim this morning, one of the most difficult things in governance, in management generally, is to run a startup company. A lot of teething issue comes with it, and TV is not an exception, particularly in this very competitive environment. Also an environment where things are extremely difficult now, but we've seen a lot of commitment from you guys. But the future is very bright. Keep on working hard. Let's keep on the sacrifice, and within a short while, I'm sure better returns will come up. So finally, I wish you once again congratulate you. I wish each and every one of you success in taking the station to a higher level.
Drivers and commuters have been stranded for more than 48 hours since the collapse of a bridge along Gombe-Bauchi Road. The chairman, Northern Governors Forum, Inwai Haya, who inspected the collapsed bridge, queried the Federal Ministry of Works for the poor condition of the road. Ibrahim Ismail reports.
The ever-busy Gombe-Bauchi Road, which links the 6 northeast states, was brought to a standstill following the collapse of this bridge. In recent years, bridges on this road have collapsed more often than not, and this time, the usual incident struck Kalajanga Bridge, with drivers and commuters who was hit.
I was on this road week before last week. I was attacked by some armed robbers, and it was all due to the problem of this road. It was because that the road is bad. If the road is good, if our road is good, those people that are attacking us on the road, they will not attack us at all. They will not be here. You just come with your motor and pass.
I'm coming from Lagos to Yola. I deliver my goods. So my way going back since day first study, since on Sunday evening, I was here. And when we are going back, some truck turned back. And those trucks that turn back, they be mala. I don't know any road to turn back to follow them. So I don't decide to stay here. Maybe the road is going to be good. But what I just say with this one is that let us help us. We truck driver, we are suffering for road.
This disruption paralyzed commercial activities in the northeast region, especially between Gombe and Bauchi.
I was at the Federal Ministry of Works 4 times on this issue, and it has not been solved. I just want to remind them that this is part of Nigeria. and this problem has to be solved. If they have all the money to take and take a rail line and go to Maradi in Niger Republic, they should have no reason not to address this issue in Gombe State and in Adamawa State and in Bauchi State. That is the point I want to stress.
We have to install some flag, put some red alert so that people coming in who were not aware will become aware. We have made provisions for that. As I leave my office, we are going to mount them as strategic places.
Meanwhile, the Federal Ministry of Works has vowed to fix the breach.
As you see me here, I will not leave here until they fix everything. Even if it is sleeping, I will be here with them. Day and night, we must carry this project, this maintenance, finish it so that the motor will not take the distance.
Some drivers were forced to take alternative route, which attract extra economic burden.
We have witnessed the visit of Gombe State Governor Muhammadu Inuwa Yahaya, who is also the chairman Northern Governors Forum. His counterpart of Bauchi, Governor Bala Muhammad, was here earlier, and this road has been the problem. Their call is for the federal government to come and intervene and solve the problem once and for all. Ibrahim Ismail, Trust TV News.
The Lagos State Police Command on Monday promoted no fewer than 1,400 police officers who have demonstrated consistent professional excellence in the discharge of their functions. The promotion ceremony took place at the command headquarters, Ikeja, Lagos. The report.
The Commissioner of Police, Idowu Owohunwa, in his charge to the newly promoted officers, told them that the promotion comes with a higher responsibility, as there is a difference between an inspector and an assistant superintendent of police officer.
Miles difference between being an inspector and being an ASP. You are now no longer gazetted officers, right? They are now officers of the Nigerian Police Force. And that has naturally, it comes naturally with some other obligations in terms of conduct, in terms of professional outlook, in terms of the ability to dissect very complex internal security issues and take decisions that will align with the law, that will align with the interest of the citizens they serve. Now there is no more excuse.
Some of the newly promoted officers were elated to be decorated with new ranks.
I have been an outstanding police officer from the beginning. I've served for longer years now, and in different fields. I've been posted different states, and now I'm in Lagos State Command, and I merited this promotion because I have been an efficient police and outstanding police officer.
It's a good rank, work in progress, because we all aim higher. In whatever we do, we all aim higher. But now moving from the rank of an inspector to an assistant superintendent of police is so good, and it's a great moment for me right now. I feel so happy.
The Lagos Commissioner of Police, Owohunwa, in his parting remark, reminded the newly promoted officers that the IG expects all the officers to manifest excellence in their conduct, adding that those who default will be dealt with.
At least 5 people have died and 7 others are missing after their Europe-bound boat sank off Tunisia's coast. Coast Guard units in Sfax recovered the bodies of 5 migrants and rescued 23 people, while 7 others are missing after a boat carrying mostly Tunisians but also sub-Saharan Africans sank off Sfax Sidi Monsou. Now, the deaths include at least 1 child and 2 women. Tunisia lies on a major route for refugees and migrants traveling to Europe. The number of people departing from Tunisia and trying to reach Europe has significantly increased in recent months. According to the International Organization for Migration, more than 1,800 people have died this year, double last year's total on the Central Mediterranean route. Yes. Now in sports news, Britain's Andy Murray has pulled out of the Cincinnati Open as he bids to recover in time for the US Open. The former world number 1, 36, is still suffering from the abdominal strain that forced him to withdraw from the Canadian Open last week. Murray traveled to Cincinnati and hoped to face Karen Khachanov, but will now be replaced by a lucky loser. Compatriot Dan Evans' first-round match was among those to be delayed by heavy rain in Cincinnati. The British number two was scheduled to play Italy's Lorenzo Musetti in the first round on Monday, but was unable to take the court. And that's a wrap on the news update. You can watch more via all our social media platforms and also on our YouTube live stream. I am Ayuba Ida. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.